Hi, hello everybody. Welcome to you in Coffee with Kaya. And today my guest is Danny SCULLS, and he's another co-coach of the program I take in Doug's program. And I love his coaching, first of all, because it is very near to my heart. I was telling Danny that whenever you comes, if I can't see it live, because I have full-time job, if I can't see it live, I watch it replay. Um, so Danny is expert in many things. So I will start slowly, but Danny can tell you more. So he is an entrepreneur and also transformational life coach. And he is NLP master practitioner and also hypnotherapist, marketing coach, high ticket sales mentor. Correct, Danny? So Danny started his company. It's called Dream Client Accelerator, right?
Yes.
Dream Client. That's really nice name, Dream Client Accelerator. So so I invited Danny to our program to help our group, our entrepreneur group, um, to say something about his journey, how he started, how all those transformational parts helped him. And I also always tell you guys that I consider myself as a spiritual entrepreneur. That means I grew spiritually with my entrepreneurship journey. I was not that spiritual before, but I grew with my entrepreneur journey with the spirituality. So I will, we will listen more about that journey also from you, Danny. So welcome, Danny, to our show, and yeah, introduce yourself.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me. Namaste, my friend. It's good to be here.
Namaste.
So yeah, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Danny SCULLS, and I've been a full-time business coach now online for the
Mm.
last 3 years. My main background is in mindset coaching as an NLP master practitioner and a high ticket sales coach. But before I was online, I worked in New York City in Wall Street, and I was actually managing a full-time sales team of 200 people,
Mm.
which was really good. Like I was very successful and I enjoyed what I was doing, but for me, it was very long hours. I was working like 65, 70 hours a week. And it was okay when I didn't have children, but now I have 3 children. So,
Okay.
yeah, a couple of years ago, I made the decision to actually leave my job and, start business for myself. And now fast forward, here I am today on the show with you.
That's amazing, and I kind of relate with you. My work schedule is also like all over the place, and I have kids, and that's how my journey started. I wanted to do something from home so that I can give more time to my kids. So it started 10 years ago, though. But but that time it was not really online passive. Right
Yeah.
now it is more exploding. So yeah. So tell me more about your program right now, the Dream Client Accelerator, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
what's your program?
absolutely. So, my Dream Clients Accelerator program, it's a full-fledged coaching mentorship that I offer people. And I split it between mindset related stuff, sales, and marketing, because I really do feel that the three together really it's needed for someone to become a successful entrepreneur.
Exactly. Yes.
You know, um, there are so many programs and there's so many different ways that people can teach you to make money, but the biggest problem that I see is that many entrepreneurs, they suffer from two big things, and it's limiting beliefs. They don't believe that they can be successful, right? Or they have self-doubt patterns, sabotaging patterns. And it's also shiny object syndrome. They buy one course, they start taking it. Now another course comes out. Ooh, this looks better. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try that. And they get lost in their messaging. They get lost in the process. So what we do in the Dream Clients Accelerator, the first step, the first pillar is really to help you to strengthen your core mindset, to really just kind of overcome any self-doubt that you have and any limiting beliefs that you have about maybe starting your own business as a beginner, right? Because
Mhm.
that's something that a lot of people they struggle with. It's like, who's going to trust me? I've never done a business before, or how can I compete with these people that are making millions of dollars online? So the first pillar for us is to focus on your mindset, to make sure that you have the right mentality going into starting your business. And then we shift into the marketing messaging, how you can actually find your clients, what kind of content you should put out to nurture your clients, how to grow your Facebook group. And then we shift into the actual sales process, where I mainly leverage my 20 years of doing high ticket sales to show you how, now that you have the right mindset, you have the right marketing and messaging, how you can actually charge what you're worth and become a successful entrepreneur.
Oh, great. So there are like 3 pillars in your coaching program. That is very unique, and I like it, because you start with the mindset, and that I saw in our entrepreneur journey with friends, peers, clients, that self-limiting belief, it's a huge. Like sometimes we started, but in the middle we got stuck. So do you think that we have to like practice every day, or our mindset that is
Absolutely.
very needed?
Absolutely. Nobody is perfect, right? And we make mistakes. And the key is that you constantly have to work at these things, right? But the main thing people don't realize about these limiting beliefs that they have, they actually oftentimes happen to us when we're growing up as a child, right? Things that happen to us, they get instilled into our subconscious mind. And then over time, as we grow into adults, it festers into limiting beliefs, right? So I can give you an example. Like, when you're a kid, you're full of energy, you're running in the house, maybe you're yelling and full of energy, right?
No doubt. We try everything, right?
Right.
Exactly.
Where there's just young, ambitious child. And, oftentimes parents, they encourage you to be loud, to be energetic, but when your parents' friends come over, or there's maybe a business meeting that happens, your parents may tell you, be quiet. Shh, don't be loud, be quiet, right? And what happens sometimes, our subconscious mind does not like to deal with negatives. So when it hears be quiet, what happens subconsciously is we may put up a limiting belief, a wall that is telling us to refrain, to not be our true self. So when we grow older, now we're in high school, maybe we don't try out for the cheerleading team or the wrestling team. We get shy. And then when we get into an adult, we don't ask for the promotion. We know that we deserve at work. We don't want to start our own business because there is this limiting belief, this pattern that we subconsciously built, which stemmed from when we were a kid and people were telling us to be quiet.
Quiet. And also this facing camera. I know my journey. As I said, I started my business long time ago, but coming in front of the camera, oh my Lord.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord. It was I'm such an introvert. And it took me years. And then finally one day I just broke it.
Right.
Forget about it. That's what I know. Many client, group member actually reaching to me and saying that, I'm also introvert. I said, oh, really? I thought I'm the only one, but it's so common.
No, it's so common. It really is. When I usually focus on like the sales training that I deliver to people, I don't, the term sales, I don't want to give this misconception that I just teach people how to ask for money, right?
Exactly. Good. Yeah.
Because this sales and mindset, they go together for me, right? It's like two sides of the same coin. Some of the most amazing coaches, they are great at providing transformations and the services they provide. But it's like you said, if you want to ask them to get on a camera, or if you want to ask them to film a course, they are very nervous and they become almost introverted. Oh, I know what to say, but I can't say it. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to deliver it confidently, right? So when we talk about like sales training, for me, that's the first step that we get into, is really getting you comfortable in your own skin, getting you to really, embody yourself as this leader who can transform people. And then, getting you to be in touch with the skill sets that you have, because as coaches, we went through vigorous training to learn what we learned, right? to become an NLP master practitioner, I went through so much training. So
Mhm.
now I want to realize, you know what? I have the skill, I have the training, but now it's about getting confident in my skin, getting confident with my voice, getting confident being on camera, and being able to actually impact people on a very high level.
Mm. Yeah, that is so important. That is so important that the NLP and the way you have to be, you have to overcome those camera, not only camera shy. Sometimes we think exactly what you already mentioned it. Who will buy my course or who will
Yeah.
come to me for coaching? Oh, I don't know. We are so concerned about our look, about our, like me, I was concerned about my accent and all that, everything and everything. And then, I don't have time. I have kids too. I don't
Right.
have time. If I can't give my time to my clients, what will happen? All those and that. So mindset. So you are saying that through practicing better mindset, we can all overcome that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even myself, I went through it, when I first left my job to start going online,
Oh,
because I had,
so you
I had,
abruptly left your job, so
yeah,
or
yeah.
you just gradually
I mean,
planning for that?
I gradually did it over the course of like a few months,
Okay.
because I knew that that's what I wanted to do. But it just came to a point one day when I said, okay, today's the day I'm leaving. I'm going to make it happen.
Wow,
But
we need that inspiration.
yeah,
Many
yeah.
of us.
But it's funny because like everyone always looks at me like, oh, this guy's a mindset coach. He probably is super confident, But when I first went online, I was
Mhm.
dealing with a little bit of imposter syndrome,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Because my success was in the corporate industry, right? I was working for companies. Granted, I've helped thousands of people in sales and mindset, but they weren't my clients,
I
right?
get it. I completely get it.
Yeah,
Exactly
you
my
understand,
situation.
right?
I am successful in my career, but that is my, exactly. I get it.
Exactly. So when I went online, I was like, well, how are people going to trust me, and how are people going to want to pay a lot of money with me, right? So what I actually did, it's funny because like not many people know this, so I'll share this with you and your group.
Sure.
I shared this in Doug's program in the mastermind that we're in, but my first online business was not as a sales coach or a mindset coach. My first online business was actually as a personal fitness trainer.
Hmm.
And the reason I wanted to do that, for me, I'm a big believer of you have to prove it before you can teach it to other people,
Me
right?
too. Yes, yes.
And I had a lot of struggles with my own weight. So fitness training for me was something that, was very, very an emotional thing because,
Uh-huh.
working in New York City and working in an office 70 hours a week, I was constantly sitting down in an office in meetings. So I started gaining weight over the years, and I used to be a very active child. And even in my teenage years, I used to like be a dancer. I was very, I used to work out. And now I'm working in this office for 15 years, and year over year, I was gaining more weight and getting unhappy. And when I started to have children, it really put me in a deep depression because I would work 70 hours a week. I'd be so tired and exhausted. I would come home, my kids would want to play, and I didn't want to play with them, and I didn't want to do things. I just wanted to go to bed. And, my daughter, my oldest, she was like around, I think about 1.5 at the time. And she had told me one day, Daddy, I just wish you had more energy. I wish you were more fun. I want you to play with me.
Right.
And that was the motivation that I needed to kind of like switch my mindset and start losing weight. So, over a year, I lost 85 pounds.
Wow.
Okay. And this was while I still had my job. This is while I was a full-time dad.
Mhm.
And I said, there's probably a lot of parents that are struggling the way I did. They're not happy or comfortable in their skin. They don't have the time or the energy to go to a gym. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start an online business. I took my test. I became certified as a fitness trainer. And that was my first online business. I started reaching out to parents who I could relate to, because it wasn't about social proof or testimonials. I had my
Right.
own proof. Here's the picture
Yes.
of me 100 pounds heavier. Here's a picture of me now.
Yeah.
Right.
That is so good because you are using your own journey, your own pain, and you are, your clients are exactly them.
Yeah, because the
They
thing
can
was,
relate with you.
when I first went online, I was showing people, hey, I'm a personal trainer. And, in the beginning, people weren't really giving me much traction because it's like, I was looking pretty good. I had tattoos everywhere. And it's like, I can't trust this guy. But then when I started going in Facebook groups and I said, you know what, here's a picture of me 100 pounds heavier with my shirt off. Look at how unhappy I was. And I started telling my story to people. Then they started to see me for the real me, and they saw my pain because they had the same type of pain. And that's how I became relatable. So once I started getting relatable with people, my coaching business exploded. And in 5 weeks, my first 5 weeks, I did $18,000 in sales as a personal fitness trainer. So, I took my clients through that. I was doing personal training for about 3 months. And that's when I said, okay, I figured this out now. Now I know how to go online, how to be relatable, how to market myself, and I leverage my sales background. So that's when I created Dream Clients Accelerator. And at first, my first couple of clients were just personal trainers because I figured out how to make that business work.
So you transition from personal trainer to mindset,
Yeah.
or it is together?
Well, what I did was I left personal training, and what I started doing was I gave coaching to personal trainers on how to grow an online business by getting the right mindset in sales. And then from there, it just exploded. I started working with affiliate marketers, life coaches, all different types of people that are online. And now I'm just in this position where I can pretty much help you with anything. Like, some people come to me that just want mindset coaching. Right? They want to be more confident. They want to have a better relationship. They need some life coaching. Or others that are, hey, I'm a father and I want to create passive income. How can I make money online? And then, there's other things like with the coaches that I work with that, they just don't know how to make money online with their business.
Got it. So you have separate courses, or is it an individual 101, or is it a group? How are you?
Yeah, it really just kind of depends on what the person needs. Like, usually I'll have like a strategy call with people and just kind of see what it is that they need help with most, right? Because I have my group coaching package with pretty much touches on, like I said, the 3 pillars: mindset, marketing, and sales. But I also do offer one-on-ones with people that mainly just want mindset coaching, or they just need specific, coaching that I can help with. Yeah. And as you know, in Doug's program, I'm also a full-time coach for him now. So
for them, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And your so I will put the link in this video. So if somebody want help, it's all there, right? In your
Yeah, absolutely. If my main website is dreamclientsaccelerator.net. So if you check out my website, I'm sure she'll share it with you guys. You'll see I have a bunch of resources. My blog is there. My courses that I sell are there. But I also have my YouTube channel where I do pretty much like 2 trainings a week. One may be a meditation or mindset. The other may be on how to make money online. And then I also have my free Facebook group where I teach passive income streams for people that are just looking to make extra income. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, so it is really multifaceted. So and it is helping different niche or different clients. But that's very nice. So before we finish, I know you gave us lots of your journey. You already told us lots of it. I want to ask you some tips you can give who are just starting.
Sure.
Now, the entrepreneur, or parents. I'm parent, you are parent.
Yeah.
Actually, 1 or 2 of the member actually asked me, hi, I have 2 kids, they are very small, how will I do it?
Right.
So, you can give some tips who don't have much time.
Absolutely. I mean, if I could give some main tips, my first one would be focus on one thing in the beginning. Like, you hear me saying that I do mindset, I do sales, I do this, but that's after 3 years of being on my own, right? When I first started, I started on one thing, which was personal training. So my first piece of advice to people is just focus on one thing and learn that one thing and then grow there. So if you want to start with affiliate marketing, start there. If you want to start building your coaching business, then start there. But don't try to do affiliate marketing and coaching and all these other things, because it won't get 100% of your effort and you may end up just giving up everything because it's too much. The second piece of advice, how do you do it as a parent, right? And I'm going to use myself as an example. Like in the last 6 months leading to me leaving my job, I was waking up an extra hour every morning. So I would wake up at 5 in the morning. I would have to be at work by 9, right? And I'd
Right.
also have to drop my kids at school. So I would wake up at 5 when everybody's sleeping, and I would start working on my business for an hour. I would write my scripts for my YouTube. I would create my social media posts, film my courses. So I gave myself an extra hour in the morning. And I also dedicated an hour at night when the kids were sleeping. So I gave myself an extra 2 hours every day, which helped me to get my business started. Yeah. The other thing is just being organized. You know, a lot of times people ask me, like, you know, having kids or not having kids, people are just busy, right? So how do you run a YouTube channel? How do you run a Facebook group? I don't have all the time to do these things, and neither do I, right? So what I actually do, and I learned this from the mastermind with Doug that we're in, is how to actually make 30 days of content 1 day a month. So what I usually do, guys, is on the first Sunday or the first Saturday of the month, you know, my wife knows and she understands. She'll dedicate like 3 hours for me just to go and do what I need to do to plan out the entire month of what I want to do online. Okay. So I'll type up all of my Facebook posts. I'll film my YouTube videos. I'll create my YouTube, Facebook training for my group, my emails, and then I have them all saved onto my Google Drive. So now,
wow. So you can done your YouTube video in that 3 hours or the whole day? I mean,
I mean, I say 3 hours, but sometimes it may take 5 hours, 6 hours, whatever it takes, right? It's because I have that 1 day to do what I need to do, right? Okay. So how long it's going to take is how long it takes, right? But you never thread it. You just finish it. This is the day. Yeah, that's it. It's all done. I get it all done that 1 day. It's all saved into my Google. And then I just go, okay, today's Monday. Monday, I'm taking this post and I just grab the file and put it in Facebook, or I put it on YouTube. Everything is done. So now the rest of the month, I have more time to enjoy my children, to enjoy my family, and to do what matters to me. Wow, that's so nice. That's so nice. I mean, I am also learning that from the group to, batch, but I was just finish the content, not video or email. Yeah. And that's, oh God, but that's a good I mean, understanding. Even if you just start with Facebook posts and emails, just type up everything for the month, For the month. Okay. Yeah, this way it's like, okay, at least my Facebook posts are done and my emails are done. Now, if I need to film a Facebook training, I have time to do that during the week, and then eventually as you get better, you can save more time, because when I first started, it took me the whole day to write emails. Yes. Now I can get down 30 emails in 30 minutes. I can do an email a minute. It's pretty, because I'm used to it. Yeah. Yeah, that's a very good idea, guys. So you can batch, as you can see, it is like kind of meal prep kind of for the exactly, right? To make the meal prep. So that's what I do usually. In my family, we all do meal prep. I mean, for not whole week, at least 3-4 days. With kids, it's all over. Yeah. So, but that's a very good idea to batch, like Facebook posts, to batch your videos, and you don't have to be live, or you can. So you have time, then you can do live, right? Because you already batched it. So. Absolutely. I mean, you could also like pre-record videos and then do them live. I mean, I don't typically do that, so like my lives, I'll actually leave and I'll do maybe like 2 lives a month in my group, but even like with TikTok, for example, because now I'm really pretty heavy on TikTok lately, the last few months, because it's funny, like, your kids, they know more than you do. Like my daughter explained to me when I first got on TikTok, because my son do that to me. I was like researching and it's like, oh, you have to do 6 videos a day. I'm like, I don't have time for this. Yeah, what exactly. 6 videos? I haven't started. That's why. I mean, 6 video, are you But see, the trick with TikTok, number one, these are 15-second videos. They're very short, right? So it could literally be like you on the screen and you're pointing at text or something, or a message, right? But my daughter explained to me, like, Dad, you can actually film these and save them in TikTok in a draft folder. And my mind was blown. I'm like, really? So now if I go into my TikTok, I have 50 videos saved. I filmed them 2 weeks ago. So now I just go on that day, I take 3, put them out. And then tomorrow, 3, put them out. So like twice a month I film TikToks because everything is done.
Oh my God, thank you so much. I didn't know that there is I know there is a draft, but
yeah.
Anyway, I haven't started TikTok much, but I'm just watching with my kids is so fun, and they always heavy in TikTok. Yeah.
It's funny because while we're just on the subject of TikTok, even myself, I was a little apprehensive because, you see these people dancing and people think it's very childish, but if you just focus on your niche
Exactly.
and your messaging, TikTok will see the type of content you're putting out. And I don't see people dancing on my TikTok anymore.
Exactly.
I don't. I see motivation. I see mantras, meditation. I see entrepreneur-based content because I trained TikTok to only show me these things because of the stuff that I was putting out,
Got it.
So don't be like everybody else, guys. If you want to go on TikTok and you want to do inspirational content, then do it. Do it, and you'll see that you can actually train the platform by putting out your content that's the stuff that I want to put out and that's the stuff I want to see.
Great. That's a great tips, Danny. Thank you so much. And I was about to say, look, in when Facebook just started, we also have resistance on that, right?
Right.
We used to say so much negative stuff. With kids are doing this, kids are not talking with each other, social media bad. But now we are using it. Now look how heavily all the entrepreneur, everybody
right
using it, right?
Right.
When something comes fast, we all have resistance.
Yeah. I mean, right now it's a great opportunity. Like you think about the opportunity we have. I mean, I was born in the 80s, right? And growing up, my parents would never think that I would be having an interview on a computer right now, right?
Me
or
too.
doing a TikTok video and having the ability to have hundreds of thousands of people see a 16-second video and getting clients from it, right? So we have this opportunity. It's up to us to take advantage of it and to use it.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So it's so nice to talk with you, Danny, and I
It's a
hope
pleasure.
one day I will bring you again for some, because I love your mindset, those meditation and those one thing I want to tell the viewers, the music, very calm, and anyway, that's a different experience whenever Danny comes in. So Danny, also I will love to, if you can share the YouTube video also with us.
Yeah. So I mean, pretty much if you just look for Dream Clients Accelerator, it's the same thing on every platform. Right. So my YouTube is called Dream Clients Accelerator. My Instagram is called that. My TikTok is Dream Clients Accelerator. The only difference is Facebook is Danny SCULLS because you have to use your name, right?
Right.
But all you have to do is look, if you could share the actual link that I gave you to my website, it has the places for them to go to YouTube and everything. But if you guys want, just literally do an internet search of Dream Clients Accelerator on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and you'll find all my stuff.
Great. And another last thing, if I invite you because I usually have interview on Friday and Tuesday, the training. I mean, experts comes and give training. If you just free 10 minutes, 15 minutes, something you like to, because you are so smart. You have so many.
Thank you.
You have so many expertise, but whatever you like, I will love you to invite.
It would be my pleasure. Yeah, it would absolutely be my pleasure. Thank you for having me. It's my honor.
Thank you, Danny. Okay, let me finish this interview today, and as Danny promised that someday he will come again. Okay, thank you. Bye, Danny.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye, guys.